Everybody, this is AF Gojiro and I'm bringing you guys a new what if on this channel. What if Goku was born with evil ki? Now, if you're wondering, would this change Goku? No, it's just his ki is evil, but he'll still be the same as the original. His ki will be much more different. If you're wondering, what I even mean by evil ki, it's practically like Converse's ki. This key will practically change Goku's transformation to evil forms. But this does not mean that Goku became evil. He'll still be a pure hearted Saiyan nonetheless. He'll just have this dark energy within him he can control at will. Goku will most likely have this power from his father, as his father would have actually stolen the corrupted key seal of Kumber. Yes, Kumber is an ancient Saiyan existing at the time of Yamoshi. Humans sealed a long time ago, but the more time passed, the more the seal was weakening. So Bar decided to take Kilmore's corrupted kid, a little piece of it, or a big piece of it, so he can give it to his son, so he can become stronger to defeat Kilmore in the future. With Kilmore's half his key being stolen by Bardock, he will have been weakened and the seal will manage to keep him much more longer kept with Kilmore saying to Bardock that his son will not stop him, even if he managed to master his key. When Bardock is telling him that his son will find a way, he knows it. He will still give Goku his corrupted key, of course, with Goku still going to Earth and everything going as the original. Except since Goku has this power, Master Roshi will fear that Goku is evil, but after seeing his pure hardness, he will actually realize that Goku's key is much more different. It's darker, but it does not change his personality. Eventually, Roshi will decide to take Goku to Korin. Korin will explain that Goku must train with Kami since Kami might be able to help him control his skill a lot better. With Kami helping Goku, Goku managed to easily get control over his evil ki, eventually mastering it and controlling it to a way better extent. Now he can access his evil Super Saiyan form. This form is much stronger than the original Super Saiyan. If you're wondering for multipliers, I'm gonna say it has the same base multiplier of 50, but the user does not have the stamina drain. It's practically mastered when the user masters the key that he uses. So practically his evil Super Saiyan form does not have a stamina drain, nor does it have any drawbacks. So practically it's a perfect transformation for him. He can evolve it as much as he wants. Naturally, the years would have passed, but if you're wondering, someone actually would have noticed that Bardock actually had something with him. Fearing that it might be a threat, but Frieza just shrugs it off, with Zarbon deciding to go and get that thing so he can make sure that this Saiyan does not survive. Of course, we all know that Zarbon has a power of around 20,000, while this Goku having Evil Ki will be incredibly powerful, incomparable to Zarbon. This Goku have a base power of around 500,000, which is almost close to Frieza's base power. And this is just Goku in his base, so yeah. He will easily match to defeat Zarbon, but news would have spread out throughout the universe. Eventually, after Frieza would have heard that, he decided to train to make sure that this does not happen to him. So yeah, Frieza trains for a couple of years. If you're wondering, he would decide to train with the Saiyans, since he knows that his potential, how powerful it is, he can surpass them and they cannot surpass him. Goku would have continued to train throughout the years. Eventually, he managed to achieve his evil Super Saiyan 2, and with that form, he managed to increase his power even further. Goku knows that he can defeat everyone in the universe, since he has a base power of around 120 million at this point. So at this point, Goku is as strong as final form Frieza when he is tired, but this is just Goku's suppressed base form. Goku at full power on base form has a power of around 20 billion. This isn't just being suppressed. So yeah. If you're wondering, Rance would arrive and try to convince Goku to come with him, but in a different way. Instead of telling him to kill humans, you actually tell him that he needs his help alongside the other Saiyans, since Frieza has become incredibly powerful. Goku asks Rance what is he talking about and who's Frieza. With Rance explaining about Frieza, but what actually since that Rance has an incredible base. Rance trained with Frieza for a couple of years before he even got to Goku, he will most likely able to achieve Super Saiyan and have a base power of around 80 million. So Goku will actually be surprised at how Rance is incredibly weaker comparable to Frieza. So he has Raditz for his full power, which Raditz powers up into his Master Super Saiyan, pushing his power level to around 640 million, which is incredibly high, but not as high as Goku's base form. Eventually, the other Saiyans would arrive after a year, with Goku deciding to train with Raditz. Goku managed to increase his base form not as much, but he will increase his power. For Gohan himself, Gohan will most likely not have the evil key as Goku, but most likely he have much more potential than the original. This Gohan returning with Goku and his uncle will most likely able to reach a power of around 120,000. So he's much more powerful alongside able to achieve Akari, which is an incredibly powerful form. Goku would have managed to master his evil Super Saiyan 2, which he can control with ease, since it was much more difficult to him to control than his original Super Saiyan state. So yeah. Eventually, Goku managed to reach a base power of around 50 billion, which is high, but not as high as he wants to. While Raditz managed to achieve a base power of around 200 million, which is still a pretty big boost to his power. While Vegeta would have still continued his training while doing med change training with Nappa. Nappa has around base power of 120 million, and Vegeta has the strongest of them, being actually stronger than Raditz even at this point, having a base power of 600 million. So this actually shows Goku how these Saiyans are much more powerful than Raditz, yet they're still weakly comparable to Frieza. Goku will decide to go tonight with the Saiyans, so they use the gravity wound to train. When Goku gains a power level of around 200 billion, Raditz gains a power of 1 billion, Vegeta gains a power of 5 billion, and Nappa gains a power of 990 million, while Goku will manage to get a power level of around 120 million. You've already Gohan has already achieved Super Saiyan as Master thanks to Raditz's help, so yeah. While Goku will face off against Frieza, Frieza will power up into his golden form. With his power, Goku will then push back, but he will use his evil Super Saiyan to keep up with Frieza. Frieza will tell Goku that he's incredibly powerful, but not as powerful as he thought so. Goku then asks what he means by that. It's Frieza powered up once again, powering up into his black form. This actually shows Goku is powering up to his 100% power, asking his evil Super Saiyan 2, telling Frieza that this will not end in his victory, with Frieza telling Goku if he's that confident. Frieza then instantly appears in front of Goku, with Goku being shot as he's punched into the face, sent flying throughout the planet. All the Saiyans will be shocked to see Frieza's speed, as even outclasses that of Goku. With Frieza easily being down on Goku, Frieza explaining that Goku is incredibly powerful, but he is nothing comparable to the Emperor of the Universe. As Frieza prepares a final blast, he kills Goku. But he decides to let the Saiyans off while they manage to use the Dragon Balls and teleport Naruto to a new location. So they all know, but Frieza doesn't know. Frieza will curse them and tell that he'll take his revenge as he flies away to his ship. Everyone tries to find where Goku's body is, seemingly as it fully disappeared. But everyone will actually hear a voice in their head. With King Kai explained to them that the Supreme Kai decided to bring Goku so he can train him to defeat Frieza. With all the other Saiyans and Gohan hearing that, they decide to train so they can get prepared themselves. And this is the end of this part. Hope you guys enjoyed this and wait for more.